Raising Your Vibration, part of Spiritual Growth, a book by Sanaya Roman. Being Your Higher Self. Raising Your Vibration, this is chapter 8. This is one of my favorite chapters in the book, and I think it will prove to be one of the more valuable and perhaps a turning point for those who really grasp this concept. You're going to be able to experience the life that you want by raising your vibration and understanding how to do that and what that really means, and we're going to talk about that. But in a summary sentence, I would say this, and this is the part that encapsulated me and drew me into this now teaching, but prior understanding, that you draw, your vibration determines the people, the events, the circumstances, and the objects that you draw to yourself. We've heard terminology in the past, non-scientific, of course, birds of a feather flock together and these sorts of things. Well, that is true, but the reason it is true is because of a vibratory understanding that everything in the universe is moving, and it is moving according to its own vibration. I'm not going to get great detail there, but I trust that if you are listening to content like this, that you may have some level of understanding of what that means. We're going to go in a little bit deeper in terms of how that's done. And hopefully you'll be able to pull some stuff out of this that can really impact your life starting today. So let's get started. Raising your vibration comes from opening your heart. When you feel loving, you experience more aliveness, expansion, and renewal. Love is flowing with the universe rather than resisting it. Flow and resisting. Flow versus resisting. Acceptance versus denying. Acceptance versus suffering. This is some ways to look at that statement. Love is a willingness to be vulnerable. It's accepting yourself and others as you are and as they are. Unconditional love dissolves all separateness. As you learn to love yourself and others more, you will increase your vibration. Love is the key to increase vibration. Accepting people as they are, accepting yourself as you are, will increase your vibration. There's no resistance there. Your energy takes on the smoother, finer vibrations of the higher dimensions, and you become your higher self, more of your higher self. And of course, on this channel, that's really the emphasis of what we talk about. Being your higher self, we call it your true higher self, understanding what that means, and to be able to live a life where it's all encompassing. You are your higher self at all points, at all times. You're able to really connect to the higher dimensions of this universe, understanding who you are, and you do that as your higher self. Now, you can open your heart more by loving yourself. Love is the doorway to enlightenment. You can open your heart more by loving yourself. So a lot of us deal with lack of confidence, self-deprecation, negative thoughts about ourselves, which keep us from the life that we say we want. Whether it is your relationship, whether it is your weight, whether it is your ability to accomplish and complete tasks, whatever the case may be, accept yourself for who you are, with your limitations, with your negativity, with your rough edges. Learn to love you. I listened to Esther Hicks Abraham quite a bit, and one of the things that she says that I love is that until you're able to look at that person in the mirror and accept them as they are and love them as they are, that person's never going to change. Your acceptance must come first. If you are desirous of losing weight and it's painful for you to see the condition you're in now, the weight that you are, you must learn to love who you are now before that person is going to begin to change and become the size that you want him or her to be. We're going to talk about how to do that also. Love all the parts of yourself, even those thoughts and feelings that you may have labeled as negative. These are things that we've not really taught. Religion doesn't speak about this. This is something that you have to seek out to truly understand that in terms of polarity and dualness in the universe, there's always duality. And there needs to be, otherwise there could not be. And I hope you understand that statement. There is no light without darkness. There is no up without down. So learn to love the entirety of yourself. I think we were sold a bill of goods at some point, if you came through religion like I did, that perfection was the desired result. Perfection is not the desired result. You are perfect the way that you are. You are right now, and you have just to accept that. Love your humanity as well as your divinity. Of course, you are incomplete in a human state. You are the divine, you are the universal, but you're here to experience all of these feelings and emotions and contrast and different things that life brings to us. Some days we're feeling awesome, other days we're not. But all of that goes together. Everything works together. If you're feeling unforgiving or unloving, love those feelings too. Love all of what you call your imperfections. Now, you don't change them by denying or hating them. And here's the thing. Accepting yourself doesn't mean you have to stay at that weight. You don't have to stay at a level of negativity. You don't have to stay at a level of ignorance or whatever it is that besets you. But you must accept it in order to begin to change it. And you can't change them by denying that they're even there or even hating them, because that's going to make it expand. Where you put that energy, it's going to expand. You change them by loving them. By loving them. And as you love your negative feelings, they can evolve into those positive expressions that you desire. Love all your thoughts, even those that are limited or fearful. Think of them as small children needing your love and reassurance. If you catch a negative thought, don't make yourself wrong for having it. Don't condemn yourself. Don't go down this tunnel of self-deprecation. Don't do it. Love all your negative thoughts, and they will have far less power over you. Put a positive thought alongside your negative thought. One positive thought can cancel out hundreds of negative ones. If you're not listening to the lectures that we've done on the channel, there's a playlist of the Master Key System by Charles Haanel, which is absolutely great. I would certainly advise that you go through that. It was 24 chapters there, and one of the key thoughts from that lecture, from that series, is to be able to produce and maintain a positive and habitual thought pattern. And one of the things that Charles Haanel has said is that it takes a nail to drive out a nail. So the imagery is there's a nail in a piece of wood. In order to get it out, you must put in another nail. So a thought that is negative, in order to get that negative thought out, replace it with a positive one. In order to rid yourself of negative behavior, replace it with positive behavior. You don't just rid yourself of negativity. You must put something in that filler, if that makes sense to you. Now, you can love your negative feelings and thus raise their vibrations out of limitation into light. Or you can hate and resist them. Hating them gives them even more power over you. Love your humanness. It is what you are here to experience and learn from. I think we forget that sometimes, that we are human and we're here to learn, and that we are, well, let me say that better. we forget that we are having a human experience. We are spirit in this realm, but we're here to have an experience. Here to have an experience. Love creates healing. Illness is created by a contraction of energy. Contraction occurs when you haven't or you aren't loving to yourself. In longer illnesses, you may have noticed that there was a shift in your thoughts and feelings at the point when you started getting well. You created some illness to provide you with the opportunity to release old energies and move to a new level of self-love. That statement for some, I think, will be hard to digest because we don't always grasp why we are in certain situations, and to understand that we are drawing these things to us. We are creators, and therefore, we love to give ourselves a pat on the back for the good things that we create, but this situation that we don't care about so much, we don't understand how did we get here. I wouldn't have made myself sick. I wouldn't have created this for myself. Well, it's beyond your intellect, but you are a creator, and you bring these situations into your life by your beliefs. And again, hold on to this idea that everything works together for your good. So it doesn't have to be a negative thing. Everything teaches you something. The key is to learn what the lesson is so you don't have to repeat it. Now, when you love and honor yourself more, you raise your vibration and the course of any illness changes. Most healing by a true healer takes place because the healer has a higher vibrational pattern of love and more life force energy than the person being healed, at least in the area that is causing the illness. The healer's energy field extends outward, and it creates a space for a person to love himself or herself more. As he or she does, the area that is contracted, causing the illness, expands, which creates the opportunity for healing to take place. Now, you can strengthen people as you surround them with your loving thoughts as well. As you love and accept yourself, extend the same feeling to other people. People are doing the best that they know. People, generally speaking, my philosophy is people are making the best with what they have. And that means if you have a lower level of consciousness, I expect bigotry, hatred, prejudice, and things like that. People really are doing the best they can given where they are in their level of awareness. So when people are acting out of sorts or bad behavior and things like that, consider their level of awareness and send them loving thoughts anyway. People are doing the best that they know how given their backgrounds, their circumstances, and beliefs. Rather than judging or criticizing other people, ask yourself, what can you do? What can I do to make their lives better? Now, all negativity is a cry for love. Every day, everybody can use more love, all the time. Do not take offense if people are rude or unkind, or they seem like they are trying to hurt your feelings. You cannot know what is happening with someone else. Send them love, no matter how they act. The good news is that it will come back to you many times over as increased love in your own life. As you love others, even those things about them that are unlovable, you rapidly increase your vibration. Now, biblically speaking, the great teacher advised that do unto others as you would have them do unto you. It was always love your neighbor as you would love yourself. It's always these concepts of helping, other people. And the reason that Jesus talked this way was because, one, he understood who the other is. He understood because he knew who he was. And if you understand the self, then you will understand the other. We are all one. So when you do unto another, you are doing unto yourself. And of course, the universe rewards that. And the love will come back into your life. and it will be more love for you to share with more people. And then the cycle goes on, and you will never be you'll never be isolated from love or deprived from any type of love that you need, because you show love. And as you love others, even those things about them that are unlovable, you rapidly increase your vibration. That's what we're talking about today. How do I increase my vibration? How do I experience the life that I want? How do I constantly and consistently live in a higher flow and a higher manifestation mode? Well, you've got to raise your vibration. Many of the people you're dealing with, remember this, many of the people that you are dealing with, they're younger in this walk. They're younger than you are at a soul level. And they aren't able to act kind and loving as often as they may like. So when you're out and about and you're dealing with other people, and this, my goodness, is really a lecture and some information for me, because sometimes people are challenging. Let's not act like they're not. And you see people on a regular basis making decisions that you think, oh my goodness, that's not really a good decision. But you must revert back to this. Number one, people may not be as far down this path or even on the path at all. And they're doing the best they can given their life circumstances and situations. And what's the goal here? Let's send them love. Instead of criticism and judgment, let's send them love. Because certainly that's what we all need. Now, love regenerates the cells in your body and lets you rise out of the intensity and the density of the earth plane. Rather than criticizing others or focusing on their faults, realize that you have the opportunity to raise your vibration by loving them. And as you open to love, you will experience a more beautiful world all around you. The key here is, and this is what a lot of people don't really grasp and understand. The world is so beautiful to some, but it is so antagonizing and dangerous and ugly to others. Yet it's the same world. What is the difference? The difference is your perception and your vibration. Really, your perception based on your vibration. If you're vibrating low and you're manifesting negative things or undesirable things, then of course your outlook on life and the world will be negative. But if you're existing on a higher plane as your higher self, this is what we're talking about. As you exist on a higher plane as your higher self, you're pulling to you, you're drawn to you people, circumstances, events, objects that are desirable. The world's a beautiful place, but it's based on your perception, based on your vibration. So what it comes down to is your vibration sets the tone for how you see the world. How you see the world. You attract things and people to you of a similar vibration. Because everything in your universe has a vibration. The rate of your vibration determines the people, the events, the circumstances, and the objects that you draw to yourself. What I just said. Loving others, then, is really a gift. It's a gift to who? It's a gift to you. Loving others is really a gift to yourself. For as you love them, you raise your vibration, and thus you attract better things. So there's no downside here. Just let's get beyond our emotions and get beyond our egos and exist as our higher selves and just decide we're not going to criticize folks. We're not going to judge people. We're simply, if we don't understand, we're simply going to send them love. Raise your vibration changes your relationship in everything. Since your personal objects are attracted to your vibration, when you change or your vibration changes, you may go through periods of selling things or losing things or buying new things. And this has happened to me. Sometimes, you just need to rearrange your room. And sometimes you just need to clean out the cabinets. And sometimes I just want new furniture. That's because your vibration is changing. You're changing. You may look in your closet and decide none of these clothes feel right anymore. None of these clothes feel right anymore. And you may change them and buy new ones. You may move to a new city, a new house, a new home. Your increased vibration also changes your self-image. As you change your identity, you may lose those things that symbolize old parts of your personality, including some friendships. Now, your higher vibration lifts the energy around you. This is a benefit for those that are around you. When you bring your energy as high as you can, you set the vibratory tone for the surrounding environment. Others cannot help but to pick it up. Your higher self exists in a state of love. Your higher self exists in a state of love. Every time you're loving and kind and forgiving and compassionate to yourself and to others, you are being your higher self. Learn to love everyone in your life, every feeling, thought, and action that you take. Think of yourself as a beautiful, loving person doing the best you know how to grow and to evolve. So in summary, guys, today we were talking raising your vibration. Love is the emphasis. Loving yourself, loving even those parts of yourself that you don't necessarily like, knowing that to release them and to bring them to higher levels, that you must show them love first. Hating them and denying them, it's going to allow them to stay around longer. Show love to all parts of yourself and show love to other people. Don't criticize, don't judge. People are doing the best that they can given their life circumstances and their level of consciousness. Bad decisions usually always come out of low levels of awareness. It's just a fact. So show them love instead of criticism. Thanks, guys, for checking us out today. I am certain that this is going to help you immediately in your life's walk. Please continue to come back and visit us here at the channel. We have new content almost every day. We've got a free giveaway for you below in the description. It is a daily, the importance of daily yoga and meditational practice. I think it's an excellent thing for your mind and your body. And check us out tomorrow as we'll dig deeper into becoming your higher self. Thanks and have a great day.